Hello, ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host, Locum23 here. You're joining me for Choices of Stories You Play, Haunting at Braidwood Manor, Chapter 4, Behind Closed Doors. As Eleanor strikes off for the manor, you hurry to follow her across the snow. Eleanor, wait. Why is your mother's grave empty? What does that mean? It doesn't matter. Just leave me alone. It was a mistake to bring you out here. Eleanor, please. I just want to help. Eleanor whirls on you, her fists clenched at her sides. I don't want your help, okay? Why can't you understand that? Eleanor. She hangs her head and silence passes between you. I'm sorry, Hannah. There are some secrets I'm just not ready to share. That I'll never be ready to share. You of all people should know how that feels. Eleanor turns to leave again, but you catch her arm before she can go. Maybe I haven't told you everything, but it's not too late to start. But you don't get to use that against me. If we each have our own pain, Eleanor, it might help to share it. You think you know pain, Hannah, but you don't. Not like this. Eleanor slips loose from your grasp and strides up the steps of Braidwood Manor without a second glance, leaving you alone in the cold. I don't know what secret Eleanor's keeping hidden behind that locked door, but it's tearing her apart. I need to collect those keys for her sake as much as my own. You shut the manor's doors against the biting cold and step into the foyer, finding no sign of Eleanor. Just then Simon and Clarissa come hurling down the stairs, their faces stricken. Hannah, there you are. Well, what did you say to Eleanor? Nothing important? Why? Where is she? She went straight to her room and locked the door. She didn't look happy. It seems like locked doors are becoming a theme for her. Hannah, that's not funny. Whatever you said must have really hurt her feelings. I wasn't trying to be funny. It's just, don't you two ever wonder why Eleanor has so many roles? So many secrets? Well, sorta. She never lets us wander very far from the house. Or leave our rooms after dark. Or ask any questions about Mother and Father. Or why we never see any of our other relatives. Or... All right, Simon, that's enough. We see what you're getting at. Hannah? Good. Then you see why I need to get Thomas's key. I need to find out what's behind that door. But even if you convince Thomas, which you won't, you'll still need to get Eleanor's key somehow. I'll worry about that later. Have either of you seen Thomas? No, but I hear him. He must be practicing piano in the parlor. Not a good time to disturb him. He's not very talkative at the best of times, but when he's practicing... Once I asked him to play with me when he was at the piano, and he shut me in the pantry for 5 whole minutes. I nearly starved to death. Okay. Well, that's a risk I'm willing to take. Leaving Clarissa and Simon in the foyer, you enter the parlor to find Thomas playing a lovely melody on the piano. You stand quietly in the corner waiting for him to finish. Then he hits a wrong chord and the discordant notes jarring him out of the piece. Damn it. Stupid song. I'll never learn it. You awkwardly clear your throat and Thomas turns around on the bench to face you. What do you want? Hello to you too. What exactly is your problem with me? What song is that? What does it matter? I'll never be able to play it anyway. Why not? Because it's a duet. And the other person in the family who can play where the dam went off to war years ago. You mean your mother? Your father? Your father? Mother, at this time of decade, women didn't fight. Thomas turns back towards the piano, his shoulders slumped. Yes, I mean my father. We were learning this piece when he left, and he hasn't come back. You sit beside Thomas on the bench, and he flinches away from you. What are you doing? I'm going to play the other part, Thomas. I know I'm not your father, and I probably can't play as well, but at least you'll be ready for him when he gets home. Thomas glares suspiciously at you. What is this about? What do you want from me? If you want me to talk about my feelings, you can forget it. We're not going to be friends. Then we don't have to talk. We can just play. You turn to face the sheet of music, and out of the corner of your eyes you see Thomas do the same. Okay then. The chords you need to play are C minor, G minor, a flat, in that order. C, G flat, okay. Ready? Okay, let's do this from the top. Which chord do I play? C. Which chord do I play? G minor. Which chord do I play on the third? A flat. Perfect. Now, you just need to keep playing those chords, and I'll come in with my part. Oh, that's kind of the theme of the song, or theme of this chapter. Soon you and Thomas are playing the duet perfectly. Thomas hitting every single note of the melody while you provide the harmony. Finally! Sounds pretty good, huh? You finish the piece and Thomas closes the lid of the keyboard. Still in a bad mood? Not so much. I suppose I should say thank you. I think that would be appropriate. But if you really want to thank me, there's something I need your help with. Now the truth comes out. Of course you had an alternative motive. Thomas, I'm sorry I lied to you. So what if I did? You wouldn't have listened to me otherwise. I mean, would you have ever agreed to talk to me this long normally? I guess not. Exactly. You didn't really leave me much choice, Thomas. For what it's worth, though, I really did enjoy helping you practice. Well, at least now I'm able to play this song properly with my father when he comes home. And that's all thanks to you, so if you want my help, you've got it. That's great to hear, Thomas, because I really need to borrow your key. I need to know what Eleanor is hiding behind that locked door. Why didn't you just say so? I've wanted to know the same thing for I don't know how long. Really? Of course! You think I haven't noticed how much Eleanor isn't telling us? As far as I can remember, that door doesn't even lead anywhere special. It's just goes to a cellar. The cellar? Really? Yeah, last time I checked, there's nothing down there but the furnace. The furnace? That might explain the fire. You don't think there's something more? Eleanor must have a reason to keep it locked up. And the other night I could have sworn I saw... Never mind. It doesn't matter. When was the last time you were actually in the cellar? Thomas looks suddenly frustrated, his brows furrowed in concentration. It must have been a long time ago, but it couldn't have been that long ago. I can't seem to remember. Why can't I remember? I don't know, Thomas. I'm sorry. All I can say is, if you help me, we can find out the truth together. Thomas pulls a key from inside his vest and hands it to you. Here, take it. Thank you, Thomas. I promise this will all make sense. When? Soon, I hope. Just then you hear a sudden crash as the parlor door springs open. Simon and Clarissa tumble onto the floor. Simon, Clarissa, what are you two doing? Don't tell me you were listening at the keyhole. this is certainly not what we were doing. We were just testing the door. It works. Ugh, someone needs to teach you how to lie better, Simon. So, how long were you two eavesdropping? Didn't I tell you to get Thomas's key? Okay, so I guess we'll let him in on it. You did. Color me impressed. Now, all that's left is Eleanor's. Good luck with that. Eleanor keeps that key with her at all times, and she'd never hand it over. If you want to get your hands on it, you're gonna have to steal it. You move to the parlor window and stare out at the crisp field of snow beyond. I don't think I could just take it off of her without her noticing. But maybe Simon could, if the rest of us keep her distracted. But I'd feel guilty asking him to do that for me. Then again, I could always take it from her in her sleep. It would mean betraying her trust, but I'd only be doing it to help her. And it would be nice to be alone with her. Oh my. You know me. For now, we're going to play normal mode, but Diamond Wall version will be coming out here in the future. Just keep that in mind. Ask Simon to steal it. You turn from the window to face the Waverleys. Okay, guys, I have a plan, but you might not like it. There's no way I can just lift the key off Eleanor and get away with it. She'd definitely notice if I suddenly started rummaging around in her pockets. But one of you three could. Do you see what I'm getting at? No? She's talking about Simon. His hands are small enough, and Eleanor wouldn't be suspicious of him being that close to her. She's always babying him, anyway. That's not true. And I'm not a thief. I know you're not, Simon, but I need you to be. Just this once. You could be just like the Artful Dodger. I'll do it. Well, that was quick. Wow, I thought that'd take more convincing. You don't know Simon like we do. He only answered to Dodger for months after he read that book. Well, whatever works, right? Let's do it. A short while later, you and the Waverly children run through your plan one more time before setting it into motion. Okay, here's how this is going to go down. I'll go get Eleanor and tell her that Thomas and Simon are fighting. Once I bring her downstairs, you two make a big show of arguing with each other, calling names, throwing stuff, that sort of thing. And this is the part where I call Simon a baby, and I start crying. And since Simon is such a baby, Eleanor will probably pick him up, or give him a hug, or something like that. I said I'm not a baby! Then Hannah and I will keep her distracted, and once we give the signal, Simon will steal the key. And we are all ready to do this? Wait, what's the signal? Should be something simple, like orange. But that's so boring. Why not something more poetic, like Manamachi? Okay, Manamachi, got it. How might one use that in a sentence? Manamachi means single combat. So you might say that Thomas and Simon are about to engage in Manamachi as part of our plan. Got it. I'll go see if I can get Eleanor to talk to me. You leave Carissa, Thomas, and Simon in the parlor and wander to the manor in search of Eleanor. As you cross the foyer, you look to see Eleanor peering down at you from the second floor landing. There you are. Can we talk? I don't think I'm ready to talk to you, Hannah. I'm sorry. Please, I really need your help. Thomas and Simon won't stop fighting with each other. Eleanor sighs and starts down the stairs. Very well. I'll see what I can do. You lead Eleanor into the parlor where Clarissa waits to meet you. Eleanor, thank goodness. We can't get these two to behave. Across the room, Simon puts Simon in a headlock while Simon flails at him with tiny fists. Let go of me, idiot! Shut up, you big baby. I'm not a baby! Thomas, Simon, what has gotten into you two? There's no way to behave in front of a guest. Stop hitting each other at once. Thomas relinquishes his grip on Simon, who runs across the room and clings to Eleanor's waist. Thomas was being mean to me. I'm sorry, darling. Thomas, we've talked about this. You're not to pick on your brother anymore, understand? You're too old to be fighting like this, both of you. With Simon poised to steal the key from Eleanor, Clarissa gives you a knowing look. How should I give Simon the signal? I've had enough of this monogamy. This monomachi has to stop. No more monophony, you two. This monomachi has to stop. Goodness, I never knew you had such a large vocabulary, Hannah. I've been known to read a book or two every now and then. In any case, you're absolutely right. The fighting ends now. Now, both of you run along to your rooms. Your little scuffle has earned you an early bedtime. Wonderful. As the two boys leave the parlor for their respective rooms, Simon presses something cold and metallic into your hand. You clever boy. I think I'll go to my room, too. I'm sure you two have grown-up things to discuss. That's all right, Clarissa. I'll be upstairs if you need anything. Eleanor sweeps from the room without a second glance, and Clarissa gives you a sympathetic look. I guess she's still not happy with me. Eleanor can be moody, as I'm sure you've noticed, but she'll come around. I hope you're right. In any case, it's not all bad. You open your hand and look down at the key Simon slipped you. So he did manage to seal it. I wasn't sure. Are you really going to unlock the door, Hannah? I am. And I'm going to wait until after Eleanor goes to sleep. So, nighttime. When you're told not to. This increases the odds of failure. Okay. Or really spooky shit. With all 4 keys in your possession, you stand before the locked door, the shadows pooling around you in the dark hallway. I don't know what I'm about to uncover, but there's no way it's anything good. I just hope I'm doing the right thing. No, you're not. You insert the first key into the first lock, and it opens with a soft click. One by one, the locks fall away until none remain. The door remains still and silent, with no trace of sound and fire of the previous night. All right, Eleanor, let's see what you're hiding. The door swings open, and you find yourself at the top of the flight of stone steps leading into the cellar. Across the room, the embers flare in a squat iron furnace, filling the cellar with an angry red light. Thomas was right. It really is just a cellar. So why did Eleanor want to keep it locked up? What was she so afraid of? Just then, you hear a grating screech as the furnace door swings open on its rusted hinges. What the? Then you hear it. The weeping from the night before. A muffled, hysterical sobbing that seems to come from deep within the furnace itself. A skeletal hand emerges from the red throat of the furnace, its bony fingertips scrabbling on the cellar's stone floor. Oh my god! A hideous skull with long, stringy hair comes next, then another hand, until finally the horror pulls itself free of the furnace. Where are my children? Oh, that must be the mother. Run. Okay, that was kind of cool looking. I'm not gonna lie. That was really cool looking. So we are officially done with that. All we have now, we've done officially Endless Summer, Love Hacks. We did Freshman Book 3. We haven't done Rules of Engagement Book 2, and we've officially done the Haunting of Braidwood Manor. Saddens me that they still haven't released a Most Wanted Book 2. However, I did do Book 1 this week. Remastered, Diamond Edition. I unlocked most of it with diamonds. However, in the recording of it, the audio did not record because of updating my recording software, so unfortunately I wasted several hours, which is depressing, but I digress. So I'm going to have to do all that over again. Look forward to that. Usually I'm going to give the choices, the new ones this week, a couple days. And I usually don't upload anything for about 1 or 2 days. I let all of you guys enjoy the content, let it stay up as, newly posted stuff. I don't want to kind of like drown it out with like Force Arena, Fallout Shelter, and all the other apps and games that I'm doing. So look forward to that. And look forward to Rules of Engagement Book 2 next. Tricked into Marriage, Ask Your Ex, Deception Rued Your Chance at Finding True Love. And there's Leo and William. Ah, and look at her blushing. So, until next time, guys, remember if you liked it, feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Peace!